Hey, AfterBuzzers. Kevin Undergaro, the executive producer of AfterBuzz, along with Maria Menounos.
Hi, everybody.
And Maria and I, as you know, have put so much time and money into the AfterBuzz TV product and really haven't seen a lot in return.
Nope, not yet.
But one of the ways you guys can actually help us is by tuning into our new reality show, Chasing Maria Menounos. It premieres Tuesday, March 18th, 10 o'clock, 9 p.m. Central, and features me and Maria basically bickering, fighting.
No, it's not just bickering and fighting. You get an inside look into my life, behind the scenes.
You'll also get a behind-the-scenes look at AfterBuzz and an inside look at how Maria does everything in her power to shut us down because she's very cheap.
That is so rude. Why would you say that?
Because it's true.
Oh, my God.
Well, anyway, guys, please tune in to Chasing Maria Menounos on Oxygen, Tuesday, March 18th at 10 p.m. We really do appreciate it. All of your support will help AfterBuzz because Maria certainly won't.
So rude.
You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your number one source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
The AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California. Presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AfterBuzz TV's Pretty Little Liars After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's Pretty Little Liars After Show.
Hello and welcome back to another Pretty Little Liars After Show. We are in season 4, episode 23. It's the PLL White Wedding. Woohoo! I am your host Kelly, and it's just me and Sarah tonight.
Yeah, but we're gonna have a great time.
Yes, I've missed a bunch of episodes. I'm so sorry I haven't been able to be here. I've missed you guys. I've missed the show. So much to talk about. We've got a new person that's targeted to be A, which is fantastic. Yeah. Which we kind of talked about in previous seasons that it possibly could be Allie's mom when she had the weird bird and all these weird creepy things she does and keeping Allie's room together. So it was always kind of like some speculation that she knew a little bit more than she let on. And she's just getting creepier and creepier by the day.
Yeah, I don't like it. And I don't like how she's singling out Spencer either.
Yeah, no.
But
with all of these like semi-flashbacks that Spencer is having and the little info we got from Spencer's mom today and her flashback and Jason's flashback, maybe something did happen. Apparently, Spencer was like crazy on drugs.
Yeah, I know.
She's the one with the evil twin.
Right? I'm starting to think it could be her. What do you think?
Well, we had played with that notion back when she was on the A-team for a second.
Yeah.
And that it could have been her all along. And I know a lot of people on YouTube and iTunes and stuff always think that it's one of the girls. But a lot of people are pegging it was Aria, which I find interesting.
I think that's interesting because we haven't really seen a lot of instances where it could have been Aria, but that would be a good surprise. I mean,
for
Spencer's
sure.
a little obvious at this point.
Yeah, and especially with her drug problem and all of that.
Yeah.
And she is aggressive and she's very competitive. And it seems that, Mrs. De Laurentiis thought that she was very jealous of Allie and thought that when Allie was getting those threatening messages that they were coming from Spencer. Do you think they really could have been?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't want to believe that. I feel like the direction it's going now, if it really turns out to be Spencer, it's going to be too obvious. Maybe those texts were from Spencer in the beginning. That would be like a typical like high school bullying kind of thing. But maybe that was her, but she's not A. I can't say.
It's very, very interesting. And the fact that she's trying now to put the pieces together and fill in the holes, and she's got Dean there at her side, her little sober coach, trying to...
How do you feel about Dean, by the way?
I don't know. He seems a little bit creepy, but then he kind of seems like he's really doing his job. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, today at the end when Spencer's mom was like, get out of here, I finally started to like him because he was being actually, like, nice to her.
Yeah.
But before that, I was like, ew, he's so annoying. Get him out of here. Like, leave Spencer alone.
And then that's the thing. That was his job, was to be annoying and to stay on top of her and make sure she was not, dipping back into the pills.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, you have to be annoying in a situation like that. You have to stay on top of somebody. You can't leave them alone for 5 minutes.
I guess he did his job.
He did. Because even when he turned away for a second, she sneaks in the phone.
Yep.
Runs upstairs to make, to call Toby when she's supposed to be taking a shower. So obviously she cannot be trusted.
She's too naughty. She needs a babysitter.
Yeah, she is. But I think she was finally starting to give in and open up a little and, really start to kind of talk to him a little bit before her mom kind of...
Yeah, and I think that's why I started to like him, because then he sort of relaxed.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Did you think that Spencer's mom had a right to go that ballistic of them laying together on the couch?
I mean, it is a little inappropriate, but the way that it's set up, he's like living at their house. Like, of course he's gonna like sit on the same couch as her.
He lives in the barn.
Yeah, that's true. Sorry. But I mean, God, couldn't he have like fell asleep the other direction or like on a different chair?
That was the thing that I found weird, is he was going to read to her.
Yeah.
And that wasn't the only place to sit in the living room.
Yeah.
So that's what I found weird to begin with. Like, why did he have to sit next to her? Because how comfortable is it, if that's where she's going to sleep, how comfortable is it for her to have her knees, like, up to her chest so he has room to sit?
Yeah. Which adds to there's always, like, some creepy vibe coming from guys on this show. I don't know what it is. They just have to do it.
And these high school girls.
Yeah. Skanky little girls.
So needless to say, he was reading a story, fell asleep on her lap, basically.
Yeah.
And got, got
At
fired.
least he wasn't under the covers.
Yes.
That's the redeeming part.
Yeah, he was not under the covers. He had the book. He looked like he legitimately fell asleep.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But still,
that one, I don't know. It's like you can't really trust anyone.
Yeah.
On the show, so I don't know. Like it was between him, we find out, and this, older woman with a diaper rash.
Yeah. No, diaper breath.
I thought she said diaper rash.
Oh,
like,
well, maybe
what?
she has a diaper rash too. Depends on how old she is.
But then again, you go for the hot young guy to treat your drug-addicted daughter. I mean, come on. What do you think is going to happen?
God, they're such idiots on the show. They walk into dark rooms with no bodyguard. They, like, hire hot young men to take care of their kids. I don't know.
Well, what do we think, speaking of, parents, what do we think about Aria's mom coming back and Aria lashing out at her?
I feel like Aria really turned on her. That was uncalled for. They were like having a great time, and then she's like, "Oh, like take the phone call. Don't worry about me." She comes back. I don't know what the timeline on that was. Maybe she was gone for an hour. I would have been pissed in that situation. But she's gone for 5-10 minutes. Why did Aria have to freak out at her like that?
Well, you got to think about it this way. She's hurt. She's sad. She's basically been on her own since her mom left. And the real reason she pushed her to go was because of all the situation with A. It's not that she really wanted her to go.
Exactly.
So, because remember, at first she didn't want her to go. And then she finally pushed her to because of all that was going on with them.
Yeah.
And so she's a little hurt that she feels like she hasn't had anyone to really talk to you about this. About having a broken heart. Sometimes you just want your mom, to be there with you. And she hasn't had that. And the easiest thing to do is be angry. And,
True.
I mean, what else was she going to say? Like, her phone, like, if your phone is buzzing that much and you're not going to answer it, silence it.
Yeah.
That's what's more annoying. Obviously, you want to answer it, so go and answer it, if you hit a button, it stops making noise.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of weird that her mom had to leave the room to answer the phone, too.
I don't think that's weird, because when you're talking to your significant other and you want to get all lovey and you don't really want
everyone to hear that.
Listening.
True, yeah.
So Okay. I mean, going outside, I don't know. She could have went to another room. But,
yeah.
I mean, either way, her leaving the room, I didn't find weird, but it's just, I don't know. But I understand why Aria lashed out. I think she's she's just hurt. She's just mad at everybody all the way around, and she wants her mom to take care of her and be her mom, and her mom's been off, gallivanting with this man in
I know.
Vienna.
How weird is that, to be a high school girl and your mom just disappears on you?
Yeah. Well, she didn't disappear.
Yeah, she didn't disappear, but she left, and we don't hear about her ever.
Yeah.
It's kind of strange to me.
Well, we hardly ever.
We don't really hear about a lot of
any
the parents.
of the parents. So, yeah. I don't know. but so I get that, but I'm glad that they made up and they had a nice
Little
emotional moment.
That was actually really heartbreaking.
It was, relating to each other's heartbreak.
Yeah.
And I thought her mom gave her a nice talk that it is what it is, and it's gonna suck for as long as it's gonna suck,
And then you'll heal.
Yeah.
But I have to point out that Lucy Hale, her acting is amazing lately. I've been really impressed by her. And same with her mom. I can't remember her real name in real life. But both of them, that whole scene
Holly Marie Combs.
Yes, thank you.
I was it's on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah, Charmed, come on. Anyway, both of them in that scene, that was really real, and I liked it.
Yeah, that was a very emotional scene to see them kind of bond that way.
Wanted
but it
to
was
cry
good.
a little bit.
I know. I got a little teary-eyed too. Yeah. And she has to be there for Mike. He's got his broken heart too. Mona, destroyed him.
It's a family of broken hearts.
Yes, all of them.
But at least Aria's mom is doing better now.
Well, now she's gotten proposed. She's engaged, which is great.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she still has the ring in the box. So did she say yes?
I think she said yes. But
Because
she didn't want to show up to her house hey, look at my diamond.
Which was good, which is good and noteworthy.
Yeah.
That she wanted to ease them into it.
Yeah.
And make sure that they knew that she was there for them first.
Yeah, I was glad Aria was congratulatory on that one.
Yes.
She wasn't mad anymore.
No, I think she felt kind of like a jerk.
Yeah.
Yeah, which was funny. So, this bridal show?
Woo.
I'm sorry, but most of those dresses were hideous.
Yeah, the only one I actually liked was Emily's.
Emily's dress was really pretty.
Yeah, it was simple and
Spencer's wasn't that bad, minus the finger bones.
Yeah. Oh, what
that gives me chills right now.
Yeah, what do you
gross.
think about the finger bone situation? When did that happen? If that was there when she put the dress on, she would have noticed.
You think?
I mean, unless somebody dressed her and did it really sneaky, but
I don't know.
Because
I'm wondering if it was
a separate part. It wasn't connected. And
but she kind of kept messing with it, though. If you notice, before she went on to she kind of messed with it a little, and it did look a little out of place.
Yeah,
it didn't look like it really went.
It was kind of wrong.
Yeah,
it made the dress terrible. When she took it off, the dress was actually pretty.
Yeah, it really just gives me
ew.
It makes my skin crawl.
I was thinking,
so gross.
did she fall down? Because she fell down multiple times. It was
she almost got caught in a bear trap.
Yeah.
Where did the blood come from?
That's what I was wondering. I don't know, but I feel like she blacked out in the woods, and either
and that's where the bones
somebody
came in?
Did that, or she didn't black out and she did it herself and came back oh my god, I'm freaking out, you guys, what's going on? What if she's involved?
True.
That could have been what happened, but.
Do you think she put dirt in her own room?
I don't want to believe that, because who would put dirt in their bed?
I don't know, unless.
And she didn't really tell a lot of people about it, so it's not she could have just said there was dirt in her bed. She didn't have to do that to herself.
Yeah, and she didn't tell anyone really.
Yeah.
And and Allison's mom made a reference to it about the sheets. So
maybe she got knocked out in the woods, and Allison's mom.
So the scene is let's go back. I'm gonna skip back to last week's episode real quick. But the scene where Allie's mom was in her bedroom, in the shadows and all that. Do we think she was really there?
I think she was.
Yeah.
Because if it had only been Spencer in the room, I would have thought maybe that was a figment of her imagination. Mm-hmm. But then Spencer's mom was in the room too, and we still saw her walk by. Mm-hmm. So I think that's proof that it was real.
Yeah. Do we think she could really be that evil?
She's been creeping me out.
But why would you have your daughter hit? I mean, well, according to Allie, she doesn't know, unless Allie's just telling them that.
The vibe I was getting today, I don't know how this ties into my thoughts that she's an evil witch, as they called her. But when she said, no, Allie's dead, to the detective, I took that more as she's trying to protect her. And kind of drive them off the path, because she knows that if everyone knows Allie's alive, then she'll be in danger. So, I don't know.
But if it was Spencer that tried to kill her, then who is she in danger from?
Exactly.
That's the big question.
I'm so confused.
It's Dr. Sullivan, I tell you.
Yeah, totally.
Just kidding. I want that to be true so bad.
That would just make everything a lot easier.
No, it's definitely, I don't know. So it's crazy. They're kind of going back and forth whether they think that Allie's mom knows whether Allison's alive or not. But then she's buying clothes.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
She's buying clothes. She's gave a suitcase to somebody.
But what if those clothes are for her like niece in another state?
But why would she be giving? And why would she be giving them to somebody in the dark, in the woods, in the middle of the night?
Oh yeah,
it's just all sketchy.
So sketch.
I don't know.
I don't like that.
I don't know what I think
about clothes, though. I would have worn those.
And she's getting increasingly creepy. Just, staring at Spencer through the window.
Everybody's losing it.
Everybody's got a little bit of creep-tastic going on.
I don't like that.
I know.
I'm just glad that this isn't real life and I'm not experiencing it firsthand. We just get to watch it and enjoy it.
And live vicariously through these crazy characters. So the notes that we see today, Spencer gets a note in her car, pictures of what looks like Allison with no face. And the note says, "You know me, Spencer, you killed me."
What?
So
who could it
be?
Somebody with blonde, luscious locks. Not Cece, though, because she's... But then, if somebody said you killed me, they're not dead.
True.
So what does that even mean?
Yeah. Unless it really is, because if we saw from the previews that Allie was buried, kind of, and she, trying to say that she wasn't dead, and then we know from what's her name, the older lady that pulled her out of the grave, Miss yes, that she pulled her out of the grave.
Yeah.
So she was, buried alive. And somebody saved her, but we don't know whose body was replaced there, or who did that, or what that whole situation is. But, so it could be Allie's mom putting those notes in to scare Spencer.
Yeah.
If she knows that Allie's alive.
That'd be a good way to make Spencer paranoid and start making up stories about herself from the moments that she doesn't remember from the last summer. And
when Officer Holbrook came to talk to Jessica, I feel like she was guilty. Like she knows because of the way that she reacted to him telling her that they were going to exhume the body to check for broken bones.
Yeah, and again, I kind of feel like she was saying that more to protect Allie, knowing that she's alive. But I don't know why she would say that to the cops.
See, I didn't get it as protection at all. I felt like it was just guilty. And a lot of the flashbacks that we see between Jessica and Allison, they're not very nice. So I wonder, even if Allie was really in this much trouble, would she go to her mom for help anyway?
Totally thought that too at one point.
So I wonder if she's running from her mom.
Yeah, in that whole scene, the flashback where they showed Allie's mom talking to her about standing up to Spencer and fighting fire with fire. We saw a really dark side of her. She's kind of creepy and
we've seen a lot of that in those flashbacks. We've seen her ugly, evil, like very mean and aggressive side.
Which shows us where Allie got her attitude.
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. It's interesting that just kind of the way that this show kind of weaves its web of everyone being interconnected in some way. Yeah. And everybody's guilty. And now even Hannah's mom is kind of believing that there's something sketchy going on with Jessica.
Hey, after she found those clothes, I would have thought the same thing.
And then when she gets busted, granted, she's, snooping around, so I would have been upset too.
But still, she wouldn't have been mad if she wasn't hiding something.
True.
She would have been like, hey, let's go downstairs. Not like, what are you doing? This isn't a guest bedroom.
Yeah, and just very, stern and evil.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Everybody knows something we don't know, and it's stressing me out.
I know. Well, let's jump to Emily and Paige.
All right.
So we know, I'm already, I'm irritated with Paige. That episode where she followed Emily to the post office and keeping the envelope and all of that. I was actually pretty upset of the way Emily handled that and just kind of caved.
Yeah. I think that Paige, I wouldn't necessarily say that she's involved with the whole A-team thing, but I think she's just a selfish person who is in love with Emily, and that's tunnel vision. She doesn't care who gets hurt in the process.
And she never liked Allie.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think she's on the A team either, but I just think she's young. She's selfish because she's young, and you know, this is what seems to be her first big love, and she knows that there was something. Doesn't she know that there was something going on with Allie and Emily, and she just doesn't care whether Allie lives or dies. Like, she legitimately doesn't care, which she admits.
Exactly, and I don't like that.
I mean, how can you claim to be in love with someone and not care for the well-being of anyone? I mean, you don't have to like her, but I mean, to care if someone lives or dies.
Well, and just appreciate the fact that Emily had a relationship beforehand. Like, there's no reason to...
Or even just to respect their friendship, whether you agree with it or not, no matter what happened. You know, you don't have to like it. You don't have to do anything, really. But you don't have to sabotage it either.
Yeah.
So, again, it goes to their age. They're young and, you know, going through all of this, like, very whacked out stuff. So I definitely understand, and it's sad because I do feel that that Paige loves Emily, and I think that Emily feels the same, but now
maybe she just needs like 5 years to grow up, and then they can cross
but
paths.
When you lose trust, that's really hard to get back. You know, once somebody betrays you in that way, and, you know, basically she threw her friend out to the wolves, and that's the way that Emily sees it.
It's really scary. That
is very scary. Especially because Emily's going to be involved in that no matter what. So there's nothing Paige is going to do to keep her out of it, which is kind of dumb on her part, thinking that either way it was going to be a good idea to get involved.
Great. Oh, Paige. What are we going to do with her?
I don't know. I mean, maybe she'll turn around and be the hero at the end of the day.
Who knows?
Who knows? Anything is possible. There was a lot of things going on social media today, whether you were team Paley or team Emerson. Was it Emerson? Emerson and Paley.
Oh, my gosh.
Which one are you?
I don't think I'm either.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of like team Emily by herself for a minute.
Yeah, like
I'm team Emily needs a break.
Let's focus. That's what it is. They need to stop focusing on significant others and make sure that they're safe.
Yes. Jason.
Whoa.
Jason's back. Jason's a little creepy.
Yeah, we found out he's a liar.
He's a liar because the Clark Center has been closed for 2 years.
Busted.
So where has Jason been?
Hey, I knew Dean would come in handy at some point.
Yep. Even for that last little line of this awkward Spencer hug and the business card and his like weird giggle.
I feel like why do they have to like romanticize everything? Like,
well, I mean, they're guys, they're young. These girls are hot. I mean, what are you gonna do?
But creepy.
It's not right. I'm not saying, but you know, it is what it is.
Oh well.
I know.
So Jason lied big time.
So we don't know where he's actually been.
Do you think he was trying to protect Allie, maybe?
Maybe, or searching for her.
Yeah.
Because if he was with her, why would she need help from the girls to get money?
True.
I don't know.
But, oh God.
Maybe that's why Ezra paid him all of that money. Or he got that money. Remember? How did that money exchange go? Wait,
Oh, God.
I can't remember if it was the other way around. I'm sorry, you guys. That was like...
If anyone knows, please tell us in the comments, because sometimes
when Aria found that money in the drawer, isn't that money that... Oh, maybe it was the other way around.
Aria found money in Ezra's drawer.
Right, but
what is this?
But didn't he give it to Jason or got it from Jason?
I don't remember now.
I can't remember now.
I don't
Sorry,
that
never
up.
mind.
We shouldn't have brought that up.
I know, my fault. Let's backtrack. But I'm just trying to connect these weird pieces.
Yeah. We'll
Since
find out.
Ezra's still trying to pretend like he's just a writer and not A.
Such BS.
Which I think makes a lot of you Ezra fans happy, right?
Yeah.
That maybe Ezra isn't as bad as what we thought for a second.
In my fantasy world, when I used to love Ezra, I would love for that to happen.
Right.
But at this point, hell no.
I mean, no matter what, he's still a jerk for betraying Aria the way that he did.
Yeah.
And, you know, maybe he really did care about her. Maybe he did. And
I feel like he might have at some point. He got tangled up in his own lie and
I mean,
fell
when
in
you're a
love little
hardcore journalist, that's what you do.
Yeah.
Your life is about
anything
lies.
to get the story.
That's true. Does that make you a bad person?
Depends. I guess there's a line. You have to be careful. There's
is there?
balance.
I guess. I mean, either way, you're a liar, but you have to be to get your story. If you want to like jump in, it's undercover cop. Like that's kind of like part of the deal. But does that make you a bad person? That's the question, and that's I think what Aria is going to have to figure out. So now we know that he's resigned. He's taken off. She wants him to never come back.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
I don't believe that. He's going to be back. either he'll be sneaking around like he has been doing anyway, or he'll be back in the flesh.
Yeah, he'll be back for sure.
Yeah, I just hope that she doesn't give in and go back to him that easily.
Well, I mean, it's not like he really tried to save her from danger. He just kind of followed her as she went into it.
Yeah.
I wonder if it really, I mean, well, no, that's not, I'm sorry, because he did show up on the train. Remember? He was obviously there the whole time. So maybe he was going to pull her out of the box and she wasn't going to.
Yeah, who knows?
Maybe he was trying to save her.
We'll give him the benefit of the doubt on that one.
I don't know. And then we've got, Spencer wandering around the woods. She doesn't know what's going on.
I'm sorry, but that was comical.
In the beginning, the episode opens and ends with that, which is kind of funny.
And she's like falling down. Of course, they had to get the dress dirty. Mm-hmm. Of course.
And always.
Yeah. And
why are they always in the woods? Is there nothing else in Rosewood aside from the woods?
I mean, during the day, it's probably beautiful. Go on a hike. Go have some fun.
It's like there's a normal neighborhood in the front, but when you go in the back, it's the woods.
Yeah, maybe that's how it is in other states. Like, I don't know. I have a friend that lives in Tennessee, and, like, they have bigger backyards than we have here.
I mean, I'm originally from Texas. We have bigger backyards.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the woods. So, I mean, I don't know.
I guess maybe a more rural, small town.
But they're always walking around in the dark in the woods.
It's really dumb. They should have learned by now. But they all have to be little detectives and do stupid things. Mm-hmm. I think I would have been way too scared to do that when I was there. I'm still too scared to do that. There's no way.
But on a happier note, Travis is cute.
Yeah.
Travis and Hanna. All Travis. I love
there
that.
was a time when I was a little skeptical of him, but now I think he's a genuine
Do you
nice
trust
guy.
him? Are we trusting this character?
I think so. Mm-hmm. But as I've said before, you can't trust anyone on the show.
Right. That's true.
And you never know. They could just total 180 turn on you.
Yeah.
So,
but as of right now, he's super sweet.
He's really
sweet. And, he wasn't letting Hanna take advantage of him at first. He was kind of playing a little hard to get.
Yeah, their date last week was a disaster.
I know.
It was really sad.
I know. Technology nowadays always gets in the way.
Turn off your phone when you're on a date. God.
Some things are important. She's got, friends in need.
That's true.
Things are going on.
Yeah, I guess
he needs to be understanding.
Things happening.
Yeah.
But what was I going to say? Oh, I love the part where he told the valet to back up his car into the
into the mailbox.
Like, keep going.
Because Hanna needed his help to keep Mrs. De Laurentiis away from them.
That was very clever of him.
Yes, he's cute. I like how it took just seeing her in a wedding dress and he's back in love.
And she's like, don't even think about it. I have to say, wedding dresses are awesome. It's not that I want to get married anytime soon.
Tux and wedding, everybody looks great in a wedding dress, even if the dress isn't all that.
Yeah. Poor girls. I wonder what they thought of their dresses. Because I only liked Emily's, and I would have been pissed if I had to wear any of those dresses.
I don't. Okay, I'm gonna go back. They weren't like terrible, but just out of all the different styles and things they could have had, I was just,
Aria looked like Madonna.
Yes,
and like a virgin.
Pretty much. Yes,
like that. They had to have pulled inspiration from that.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Okay.
We're seeing Mrs. De Laurentiis' taste, obviously.
Yeah.
This was her bridal show.
Oops. Or did Hannah's mom, Ashley, pick those out?
I think she was coordinating. I'm not. I don't know.
Because we saw her looking through all those magazines.
I don't know, but I can't imagine that she had the last word.
Yeah, no.
Because it's just the surefire.
Yeah, well, apparently she screwed everything up by having the girls model the dresses. So
very true. So the cliffhanger of the night is Emily cracks the email.
Oh my
How
God.
they're able to be in her room for so long, talking out loud and all of that with nobody saying, I'll never know.
Whoa, their first guess is correct.
Yes.
That was really impressive.
So they get into the email. They send Allie an email. She calls Emily and asks them to go and see her. And that's where the episode cuts, is when the girls go into this like weird basement looking place
with cobwebs
everywhere,
probably spiders and rats.
They knock on the door. Somebody opens the door, and it's not who they expected.
Yeah,
but we don't know who it is.
Was it?
Who was it?
It could have been Mrs. De Laurentiis, or Who else? Who do you think it could have been?
I don't know. Well, I mean, was it Cece? I mean, we see at the end that A was at the Red Finch Inn.
Yeah.
And the guest book had Cece's name, and they called the police.
Yeah.
So as they're taking a butterscotch
those
candy.
would be my those would be my two guesses. Cece or Mrs. De Laurentiis, but I just
or Jason.
Or it could have been Jason. Somebody, do you think they got followed or that the other person was already there?
What if it was, why can't I think of her name? Not Spencer's sister, but the other one. Jenna.
Jenna. Oh,
what if it was Jenna?
We haven't seen her.
We haven't seen her in a while.
I totally forgot about Jenna.
What if it was Jenna?
Uh-oh. I don't know.
I don't know. It could go so many different ways.
Yeah.
And there's so many characters that we see are going to cut. We see that in the previews for the season. I'm sorry, the spring finale that, Spencer's sister comes back. Like, these people are coming back. There's a lot of good stuff coming up, which is going to definitely be very fun to watch.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see. Allie is apparently going to tell all. We'll see how much she actually really does tell.
I hope we get like a step-by-step story, what happens, because if I don't get real answers, I'm going to be mad.
Well, and they always throw curveballs. So we think it's Spencer. All signs are pointing to Spencer, but it's probably going to be misdirection, and it'll be somebody you never even thought of.
Yep.
Which is the great thing about this show and how they keep it interesting.
Exactly. I like it.
Yeah. All right. Well, you have some news and gossip?
I do.
AfterBuzz TV News.
All right. So I saw a really funny tweet today from Harris Wahab. I hope I pronounced that right. And he says, well, that stupid show PLL is on, and I won't be hearing from my girlfriend for the next hour, LMAO. Like, I swear to God, the show, all of my girlfriends are obsessed with it. It doesn't matter how old they are, that like everybody finds an excuse to watch it. And
I know.
That's what's great about it. It's a guilty pleasure. People don't like to admit that they like it, but they do.
Oh, what's really funny is I actually started watching it because my roommate at the time was a hardcore fan. I had never seen the show before. And I was like, and honestly, I was a little bit skeptical. I was like, it's ABC Family. How good. And then I watched like one episode and I was hooked.
Yeah.
I had to go back and start over and like from the very beginning.
A soap opera, but then it has really cute girls in it. So then you're like, oh, I want to be them.
But it's so dramatic.
Yeah.
It's such a fun and creepy and scary. It's got all the great elements that make such a great show.
Yeah, I would want to like be on it because they get to look cute all the time, and I think that'd be fun. Yeah. The other thing I found, PerezHilton.com, Lucy Hale reveals her perfect country duet partner. And no, it's not Taylor Swift. That's I don't know. I don't think I would have guessed that, but I don't know. Taylor Swift, Lucy Hale, they would be fun together.
Yeah.
But guess what? It's Dolly Parton. And she said that she's done so much for women in country music and has always had a strong point of view. So I think that's cool. Like, role models,
Absolutely. Dolly Parton's awesome.
And also, Miley Cyrus is Dolly's goddaughter. So they were like, hey, Lucy, you should hook up with your... Not hook up, but get connected. I hate that word. Anyway, get connected with Miley and maybe you can have a chat with Dolly.
Yeah, all about networking.
Yeah,
all
really.
about networking. Yeah.
I have some predictions, too, that we kind of already touched on, but...
All right, well, let's get into predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV.
Hold on.
Whoa, I just got really excited.
Okay, go.
So I got a tweet from Valentine Thomas Art, at Tom Valentine 31. And he said that Kristen Dos Santos' spoiler chat column said that everybody's been talking about how Allie's mom might be A. We've been talking about it here. Mm-hmm. Shocking, but she's creepy, so it's not that shocking. Marlene King revealed that at the end of the season, Allison will share exactly what happened that night. So I'm excited.
So we are going to get Allie Tells All for real.
Yes.
Nice.
And we don't want to miss the last 30 seconds of the episode because that's apparently the most important part. So
as always,
do not blink at the end. We're going to have to like bring eye drops.
Yeah. Well, what do you think is going to happen at the end? Who do you think is going to take off the mask? Who is it going to be?
Oh, I mean, all signs point to Spencer right now, but I don't know. What if it could be Cece, Jenna?
What if it's Travis?
That would piss me off. Why can't one person just be good on the show? Like, let's let Travis be good.
Nah.
Maybe it's Caleb.
Ooh, maybe it is Caleb. It was Caleb the whole time.
That would be terrible. I would cry.
No.
Because we all know I love Tyler Blackburn. So he has to be good.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to see who it's going to be. I have no idea. I'm still rooting for Dr. Sullivan to pop back in somewhere.
That would be cool. I would like them to tie that back in.
I would really like to, especially with all the stuff with her son and all this weird, who knows? I don't know.
It will be a surprise.
I'm still gunning for that.
And I'm sure whatever happens, we're all going to be like, I knew it!
And it's even totally off. Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. Please make sure to go to iTunes. Download the podcast. It's free. Rate, comment, tell your friends. You can also go to YouTube and leave your comments and theories there. We love to hear all about it. And, the show has so many different ways it could go, so we love to hear what you guys think and also different things that happen in the episode that we may not have had a chance to talk about. So make sure to follow us here at AfterBuzz TV on all the social media channels, and you can follow me at Kellie with an IE 079.
And you can follow me on Twitter at Sarah GGG and on Instagram at Sarah Giraud.
See you next week.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.